We need greasy, fast,
Demon speed. Speed's what we need.
That's what I'm going to give you in this video. Yeah, speed. But we're not going to chase chickens. Well, not yet. And we're not going to do any sprinting. No. Is that the mistake you're making? Because it's the mistake a lot of people are making. Sprint training to increase speed. No. I'm going to give you a workout that will change your speed forever. And I'm going to give you 2 tips that will help you more than likely beat the obstacles that are holding your speed back. Let's get on with it. Or should I say, let's get started. Okay, before we kick off, you've got your phone, yeah, because your phone is where Strava likely is. And if you're interested in speed, you're interested in average speed, and you've been comparing yourself to others who have got a higher average speed than you. So the drill I'm going to give you can also show you how to hack Strava and beat, well, most people's average speed, the way that we input the data. It's not something that's massively interesting to me. I'm actually that old that I was riding my bike before the internet, before Strava, before apps, that actually speed mattered because you were quicker than people on the road. But Strava now shows us rides that can be group rides or solo rides. And a lot of people are making that mistake comparing themselves to people who are sucking wheels and following 10 other riders and their average speed is higher than you. So I want you to relax, okay? Oh, while you've got your phone, hit that subscribe button. Apparently YouTube said that 85% of people watching my videos are not subscribed. I told YouTube it's because they're old, okay? And they don't know where the fucking button is. It says subscribe and it's actually spelt for you and it's probably in the corner of the screen. Hit it, please. Help yourself. Now, relax. Take yourself back to when you were 10 years old. Our 10-year-old self is the same person we are today. Fast twitch and slow twitch fibers. You're genetically gifted with more or less. Fast twitch fibers mean you're fast. You're fast when you're young, you're fast when you're old. I don't care if you're wearing a fat suit now, okay? You're still the same muscle fibers. You cannot convert slow to fast and fast to slow. No, you recruit and you activate fibers. So you're either fast and you can get faster with training, or you're slow and you can get a little bit quicker by recruiting more, but you're never going to become an Olympic champion sprinter if you're born slow. Game over, okay? But we can get quicker because quickness is fitness. Fitness is fastness. So by doing sprint training, it's completely irrelevant to somebody who hasn't got a high abundance of fast twitch fibers. You get me? But sprint training can come later. Oh, later I mean join the free community with over 3,000 other people and you'll get longer videos on these types of topics. Okay, let's talk about the workout now. Now this workout is so simple. Remember, overcomplicating workouts is usually a sign that cognitively you're not really dialed into what you're doing. Even worse, you might not be enjoying the workouts. So this one is hard, but it's super simple to do. Now I call it the magic hour. The first thing you're going to do is plan the bloody workout. Okay, so you plan the route. The route is key. You can keep it flat, you can keep it away from road furniture, and you just make sure that you've got a kind of out and in, what we call a headwind, tailwind type ride, if that's possible, okay? So that the wind is never a factor for your ride. Yes, the wind, that's something that Strava doesn't pick up on. There are people even in my area that will get on a train with their bike and they'll cycle home with a tailwind and then post that they got a KOM. Don't become one of them. Okay, because you're never going to enjoy your cycling. But what we're going to do to hack Strava a little bit is you do your warm-up. 10, 15, 20 minutes, stop or lap. Send that to space, I was going to say there. Send that to the internet, okay? Send it to Strava and then do the magic hour. Now, VO2 is the key. So those 30 seconds to 3 minutes for a beginner or 30 seconds to 5 minutes for more advanced. That's the length of the interval you're aiming for in your head. So you set off hard, okay? Set off hard, go for as long as you can, dictated by the terrain and the road, okay? You rest for as long as you need. Then you go again, then you rest, then you go again, then you rest. You might get 7, 10, 12 intervals inside your hour. It's entirely up to you, but you watch that clock. 59, 50, 59, 55, 59, 59, 60, boom, hit that lap button, boom, you've got your hour, send it to Strava Space. It'll be uploaded, you can analyse, you can see your average speed, your peak power, different things that you can extract from that. It's a magic hour, and it's a baseline that gives you a starting point. You do your cool down as a discrete workout and you send that to Strava. You get 3 uploads for the one, but it's the one whereby you're dialing into that average speed. Now you're going to come back and do this in a month, but in the meantime, there are 2 little other key things that you're going to dial into, and I'm going to show you now how to extract them from the workout that's going to change your speed. Okay, right, let's now look at one of the key components that many people overlook because you're going to spend money on it, and that is getting aero. Your body is going to create the biggest drag. Can we say drag now? Drag's not going to offend people, is it? You know what I mean, okay? The drag that's created from that air resistance. No matter how much money you spend on an aero bike, your body will always have at least 80% of that drag. And you've got to work on that. And let me let you into a little secret. Your aero helmet, all helmets are aero to a degree. And the little gains that you make by spending another couple of $100 is not going to help us here. It's about our body shape through the front. So let's talk about frontal load. Triangle, head, shoulders, handles, okay? Your handlebars, right? So your hoods, your drops. And this frontal load triangle, we're going to try and get it as low as possible. Now, every cycling club has a guy who's going to tell you to get that stem slammed. You're too high. Bullshit, okay? It's all about how high our head is compared to our handlebars. We want to decrease that, okay? So any structure that's going into the wind is going to cause drag. And the higher our head from our handlebars means there's a bigger shape in front of that wind. So what we're going to try and do is get low. Now, here's the thing that no one really tells you. There are obstructions to that. What are they? You've got to dial into them. So what's going on? Do your triceps hurt after a couple of minutes holding onto the hoods, getting really low? Can you not get into your drops? Why is that? What are you doing about those things? Many people say, I can't do it, so I'm not going to do it. And don't shout at me, coach. I'm trying my best. Okay, I'm not shouting at you. What I'm saying is, you got to dial into it. As Mickey says to Rocky, what's this can't? There's no can't. You can. Okay, so if your triceps hurt, get doing push-ups, bench dips, okay? If you can't get into your drops, what the hell's going on with the bike, okay? You've got to practice. By getting aero, we can add more than 1 mile an hour to that average speed. It's not free speed, but it's certainly worth the investment in your core work, in your strength work, in your positioning on your bike. So try and get some photographs of this frontal load. You can easily do a photograph, and there are apps online now where you can put grids and you can count the grids that you cover in the picture. Oh yeah. Now, if you come into my free community, you'll see me doing stuff like that, okay? It's an easy gain, right? So you do the first ride, and then next month, hey, we're going to do the next one, and we're going to try and get lower on those shorter efforts. Sure, you can sit up when you're on the recovery phase. Boom, we're going to get you aero, and we're not going to spend any money. No, we're going to save money, yeah. Okay, the last point is something that's easily overlooked, and it's one of the obstacles that many people don't know how to overcome, and I call it speed is skill. Think about this. At any level, any sport, the more skillful we become, the faster we do it. If I take myself and I think about how slow I am at taking the trash cans out, how slow I am at doing the hoovering, how slow I am at doing the washing. I'm shit at those jobs. I don't often do them because I'm so bad at them. My wife won't let me because I'm so slow. Okay, no, be serious. The thing is, skill and speed go along. You would agree with that, yeah? So, if that's true, why are you not cycling faster even though you've been cycling for years? In fact, you're getting slower. Think about the skill of the bike. Think about how you flow with the bike. When do you actually sit back and think about it? Hey, I really rode well today. I was braking well, I was cornering well. What if I said to you as a coach, your brakes are to stop, not to slow down, to stop. If you're continually braking, you're maybe riding at a speed that's out of control. How's your driving? Do you speed up, hit the brakes, speed up, hit the brakes? Think about it. Yes, of course. I'm being a bit flippant. You are going to have to slow down going into some corners if you're going downhill fast, of course. But think about the skill level, the line that you take. So when you're doing your magic hour, the line, the cornering, the way you position yourself on the road, sure, you've got to be safe, but the way that we handle our bike and the way that we flow with our pedal stroke, the way that we smooth into corners, the way that we exit corners, this has got a great bearing on the speed that we will travel at. So, think about the obstacles you face. What are the trigger points that slow you down? What are the limitations to your skill and how are you going to improve them? How are you going to work on them? Every single ride on the bike has an opportunity to improve your aero positioning. Sure, everybody's focusing on the intensity, the power of the interval, but ultimately, that's fucking easy. Very few people now dial into the feel, okay? That natural flow of the bike. And trust me, that's where the real speed is. How you let that bike flow. Because ultimately, the bike is designed for speed. It's you that's slowing it down. So let's speed it up, folks. Magic hour, dial into your aero positioning and dial into those skill levels that you can increase by first of all identifying what's holding you back and then work through it. I'm going out to do my magic hour. And if you want more of this, make sure you're subscribed. If you know where the bloody button is, don't give me that excuse. I might see you in my free community. Yep, the link's floating everywhere and it's in the description as well. Lots to share and we can do longer stuff in there as well. You take care, keep smiling, keep spinning, and remember, anyone can train hard, but there's only one that can train smart.